What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what just came out from the company itself, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So SoundHound right now is up 21.98%. Absolutely epic day. $5.14 so far the high. A lot of volume, so 52.7 million shares being traded. 15.9 is the average. So today is getting a lot of attention from institutions, as well as a good chunk from algorithmic trading, reacting to their news that they did put out today, and plus the broader market is green. So SoundHound did pick a pretty epic day to put out news, because it really does suck for the most part. Sometimes companies putting out good news, but the market's selling off, so it gets largely brushed under the rug. But today, it is getting full exposure. So pretty epic stuff for that. These are some of the transactions occurring so far on the secondary market above $100,000. And based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price, majority are buys. And as I've said in the past, SoundHound is a very big momentum play. So you definitely do need a lot of capital getting in. So this might be the start of something very, very big. And in fact, SoundHound isn't just a momentum play. It's kind of a hybrid stock because it does have a squeeze attribute to it, so I'm going to talk about that in a second. Today there's been no SEC filings from the company itself, but they did put out this news, so it's kind of a 2-for-1. So they do refer back to the March 2024 news about Stellantis, and Stellantis as of today is rolling it out in Europe alongside these brands right here. So it is going to be across 11 European markets, including Austria, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the UK. This is going to be done by the end of July. And it's eventually going to be rolled out, extending it to 17 markets and 12 different languages. So this is literally the news that people were waiting for. All it will take, just a little bit of positive news, and Tesla and or some bigger entity or OEM will really just jump all over SoundHound, and then that is where you're going to have some kick-ass gains. So this is definitely very good for that. I'm going to talk about some other news and articles that's coming out in a second, but starting off with some data points, shorts are increasing 319,000 shares. So they definitely are not feeling today is valid or whatever else. 25.72% of the free float being shorted, 74.95 million shares overall are being shorted, utilization 91.87, and then cost to borrow is 14.23. So right now SoundHound is at all-time high record short interest numbers. So in essence, if SoundHound does continue this very positive momentum, shorts are about to get fucked. So pardon my French on a side note. This is something I have said in the past, that SoundHound kind of just stuck in limbo. Entities, larger, bigger money out there has been waiting for something from the company of substance, and today they delivered. So I think that will really kickstart this nice momentum, and if CPI coming out tomorrow is positive, then this is where you're going to see a lot of growth stocks, including SoundHound, hitting all-time highs. And plus, SoundHound has really shown in the past that it can easily very much go up. Today, 5.48 million in calls, 540,000 in puts. Sentiment-wise, very evenly divided, but 50% of all the options being done so far today are optimistic and bullish, and more of a consensus for it to be above roughly $5.50 and $6 by the end of next week. And then looking at puts, you see a consensus for it to be below $4.50. So in my opinion, a very high risk versus reward for more upside. And this is just current layout for the open interest, so something for you to keep in mind. Right now on the actual chart with it at 504, it is trading between this R1 and this R2. So 509 is going to be that next strong resistance / target. So SoundHound did momentarily break above that. Didn't really have enough support at that stage to kind of stay there, so this is why it did retrace slightly, but it will be testing this once again. So 509 will be a strong pivot for SoundHound to watch for in the next several trading days, and then 479 is going to be the strong support, which I don't anticipate that being touched, at least for today, and then dependent on CPI, we'll just have to wait and see. So I just want to quickly pop over to here, so IBKR, sorry for the trippy stuff. This is all the articles that have been coming out. So this is where it's saying SoundHound Chat AI rolls out to Stellantis, so that is kicking off fairly soon. So this article came out 5 hours ago, and this is one thing I really like to see, especially with kind of a hybrid / momentum play, is a lot of articles coming out with a positive sentiment. So sometimes you just have to look at what is being said just based on the titles, and everything is optimistic. Sometimes you see like, oh, this is just a pump, or sometimes it's going to go down, or some crap like that. Everyone is seeing optimism. So that's just one positive thing. One thing as well, I just wanted to share with you, latest Morningstar report, so that I believe came out end of last week, does show the fair market value for SoundHound being $6.84. So that is just based on the assets alone, not really encumbering any multiple. So SoundHound in essence could be seen as a discount right now, so a discount play. So in reality, there's going to be a lot more upside. And plus, with this news that did come out, I wouldn't be surprised if some analysts do jump on board, because it's been quite some time. So roughly about 2 months, 4 months ago, this one was done last month, as a consensus of all of them, $7.50 is anticipated, and that does represent a 48.08% upside. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Just to give you one final thing just to go over, right now it is flirting with that 100-day moving average, so definitely watch for that, and obviously that matches with that 509 that I did previously mention. Stochastic, you do see a very nice bullish deviation. It is at 63, so somewhat neutral now. Like I've said over here, with good pieces of news associated to SoundHound or the broader market, this is where you were going to see a rush of value investors, and that's obviously what is happening based off of this. You can kind of see based on the volume, it does match that. Number of retail investors have been getting in. So I feel SoundHound, this is just the start of something very, very good. And like I said already for a couple times now, just in this video, if CPI is positive, then this is where you're going to see SoundHound go to a crazy high level, because that would prompt shorts to really exit, as they'd be losing a ton of money, because SoundHound is considered somewhat of a risky play. So whoever is shorting SoundHound, they have to put up a lot of margin. And obviously with SoundHound going up 22% in one day, like, shorts have to have very deep pockets to sustain. If not, they are going to get margin calls. So I know it's a fine line between where we are at and 7, 8, 9, or possibly even higher. So let me know your thoughts on SoundHound. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.